Hello YouTube, 850 Bimmer here. Today I'm gonna do a kind of video that I really didn't think that I would do, because I mean, I've seen other motovloggers do these top 5, top 7, top 10, blah blah blah, different topics, and I never pictured myself doing one of those. So I'm gonna do something similar today, which is basically a few things that I learned after I started this channel, after I started motovlogging. And when you first start, I mean, I was watching a lot of guys on YouTube, watching their channels, see what they did, and this thing looks so simple. It looks so easy. You just get up on your bike, go out and talk. You upload a video to YouTube and people will watch it. And I was looking at their videos, and it looked very simple, or it looked very easy to do. But then I started doing my first videos, and I actually realized that no, it's not really easy. It's not easy at all. And that's kind of the first thing that I actually realized was you need a topic. And when you go out, you need a topic, and that topic's obviously going to be the sort of like the title of the video. So you need to reflect whatever you're talking about in the title of the video. So you pick a topic, and you probably need to think a little bit through what you're going to say. Maybe write down some keywords on a cheat. Like I got my phone here with my notepad open, so that I know exactly what we're going to talk about today. And that way, that means that I am actually able to talk about what I'm going to do. It's not going to be all impulsive and all. Of course, there's going to be some impulsive things because of what you actually just happen to come across when you're in traffic. But basically, pick a topic and talk about the topic. And for the sense of flow or unity or whatever you want to call it in the video, you're gonna mess up because your tongue is gonna twist or something's gonna happen, and you need to focus on your riding rather than what you're talking about, because you wouldn't want to end up in the front of that guy, for instance. And so often you pretty much have to redo the things that you do. You talk about something, you get a couple of sentences in, and you have to stop. So then basically what you need to do, don't fix that in editing. Go back, start at like the first part of that particular topic, or the detail that you're talking about, and just start over. That way you don't get a choppy video, and you sort of get this sort of sense of flow, the unity in the video. So you got a topic, and you're out, you're riding, and you're talking. And then there's another little thing that comes into play, and that is camera location. And in my case, I mean, I got a chin-mounted camera, so obviously my camera is going to point exactly where my head is. Now, the one thing that I actually didn't realize is that when you're talking, you move your head. You move your head quite a lot, and that's really distracting when you're making a video. Like, for instance, after I did my first videos, I noticed this because, for instance, when I say hello YouTube, now I need to focus to keep my head still, because the beginning I was pretty much going hello YouTube, and my head was like kind of bobbing from side to side. And then when you emphasize something when you're speaking, you end up nodding, or you do some sort of motion with your head, and that's just normal body language. But when you got a camera stuck to your chin, you can't do that. So you really need to focus on where your camera is and how you're moving, just because, like I said, you don't want a video that's flipping from side to side and up and down because of the way that you're talking. A really nice day today, by the way. Look at that beautiful view. See, that was a bit of a sidetrack. Right, then that kind of brings me into the next thing, number 3, if you will, and that is your location. Now you need to think about where you're gonna film, because you can't just start the camera as you pull out of your driveway and then expect that everything's going to be fine. Another thing is you want to try to avoid traffic, at least in the beginning. I know there's vloggers out there who are driving around congested cities, and I mean, all respect to those guys for being able to do that level of multitasking. But in the beginning, you just want to find yourself an open stretch of road similar to this with low traffic, so that you can focus on talking and you can focus on your topic and not everything else that goes around. You don't want to focus on traffic lights and pedestrians and other cars and other traffic rules. You just want to ride along a nice cozy stretch of road and not worry about those things. So now that we're done with location, the next would be the length of the clip. You don't want to make your videos too long, because let's be honest, the average attention span on a YouTube watcher is less than 10 minutes. Now the ideal length of a video is 5 to 7 minutes. So if you make a long video that's 20 plus minutes, no one's gonna see it. Because let's be honest, when I look on YouTube, when I check out other people's channels, if they post a video that's 15 minutes plus, I'm not gonna watch it. If you got a 10-minute plus video, I'm gonna be scrolling, unless you're talking about something very, very, very interesting. And chances are you're not interesting all the time. So try to keep your videos 5 to 7 minutes long, and then you need to do that when you're editing. And that makes editing a huge part of this, because you gotta basically cut out all the things that you can't use. I mean, some things you may have legal reasons not to use, like speeding, for instance. Who knows? And obviously you're gonna have bloopers and things that you need to remove because it really didn't work out, and you have to do it again. So editing is a huge part of this, and that also means that you're going to need some good editing programs. Now I've been using freeware for now, and it's worked out pretty well for the level that I'm on now. But if this thing really, if I become a hit, I might actually have to improve my editing and make things a lot more interesting, and pretty much just up the quality of my videos. And that is that means basically buying an expensive video editing tool. So I'm coming up to my little ice cream stop here. So there you guys have it. That was the top few things that I learned when I started motovlogging.